buenas noches. We are group number 2. I'm sorry, I'm introduce everyone. Aristelle, we have Jocelyn, we have also Eddie, Bethany, Leah, Jennifer, Aiden, Bernadette, and Andy. Buenas noches a todos y bienvenidos. Bergecco-Parc Consulting fue contratado para crear un café prototipo para celebrar la cultura caribeña. Esta noche, el grupo número 2, estamos orgullosos de presentar nuestro concepto para este nuevo café en la ciudad de Richmond, New Jersey. Esperemos que disfruten nuestra presentación.
Hello, my name is Leah. Thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to present to you all. To start off, this is our logo that me and Jennifer created. We went for a modern and very sleek design. We used black and white while also still adding in a Caribbean twist. We chose the palm tree right here to represent the Caribbean islands and a almost sloppy script font for a little bit of fun and texture into our logo.
So my colleague Leah and I were in charge of the soon-to-be cafe, is architecture and design. So this would be our cafe's blueprint of what we would want the cafe to look like. As you can see by the entrance, you walk in, there's the main floor, and as you see on the sides, there's like the bar seating, and then right next to the entrance would be a like window seating out to the street. We also have the women's and men's restroom, and further into the blueprint, we also have an emergency exit, the first one, and right next to it would be the stage. And right next to the stage, we have a lounge area, like we'll discuss further into the presentation. And within the kitchen, behind it would be the cafe's refrigeration, storage, and grocery room. My colleague will then take away and give a more thorough description.
Okay. So this is just a little bit of a bird's eye view of what our cafe would look like. There are 13 seats, as you can see there. Aside from the lounge seating, it would be 250 square feet with restrooms included with the main floor, and for the kitchen, it'd be 800 square feet. A little bit of facts and information about our design here is 13 feet tall walls, and a little bit into the materials that we would be using is dark hardwood, a lot of brick, vinyl, bright colors, while also still keeping it neutral, black and white. White tile flooring to give a very clean look, and downlights in the ceilings of the main dining room, and National Safety Food Certified lights in the kitchen area. These lights allow them to be cleaned very, very easily, so nothing can get in the food.
So then we have a more thorough 3D rendering, pretty much a full detailed walkthrough of what the interior of our cafe would look like. In the upcoming slide, we have the cafe's bar, the casual window seating, and main floor dining layout. Leah will then take over and explain that more thoroughly for you guys.
So if you look at the bottom left, you will see what it would look like to walk into Caribe Cafe. And a little bit of a closer look, if you were to go to your left after walking in, if you look at the top left image, you'll see that casual window seating that we were talking about. On the top right-hand image is our coffee bar. There will be also the grocery items there, the bakery, and the sodas that we were going to be mentioning. And this is just, on the bottom right, is just a little bit more of a zoomed-in design of what behind the bar would look like. Okay. And I wrote here, these images capture color, life, and beauty of the Caribbean in our cafe. So once you enter our cafe, you would look to your right. There would be the 13 seats that I was referring to before. On the top right, top left-hand image, you'll see a stage all the way in the back that we'll be talking about later. But you can also see a beautiful mural of a man and woman sharing a coffee. And on the bottom left, you'll see a beautiful Caribbean woman. That is a piece of artwork that we will be talking about a little bit later. And that is our lounge area for bigger parties. So getting into the artwork that we chose, we wanted to keep a modern approach but still colorful and an artistic twist to add a little bit of warmth into our cafe. These two paintings are made from Hispanic artists Angel Godinez and Dixie Miguel. They both create a balance of sleek black and white design while still adding a touch of color, warmth, and vibrancy. These two images we would be using near the hallways, near where we talked about the emergency exits and the restrooms. These are colorful and beautifully crafted oil paintings. We went again for a modern approach, but with a little bit more color this time. We felt as though it was important to add something from people near us. So, and what I mean by that is that the painting on the left was created by New Yorker Wayne Pierce, and the painting on the right was created by a fellow New Jersey resident, John Riley. Okay, and this, as I was mentioning before, was our stage area. These LED lights, drinks, and eat will add a great ambiance into the cafe, and then Jennifer will take it away with the stage.
So we soon to plan when we would open our cafe, Sing for the Caribbean. Sing for the Caribbean would be our nonprofit organization we would end up creating. On Friday and Saturday nights, we will be hosting open mic nights. And within these open mic nights, anyone is welcome to perform at a required minimum of $1 per performing artist. If you're feeling generous, you are welcome to donate as much as you desire. You may question where these donations may be going. We then go through trusted websites such as the Cross Catholic Outreach. And this is the website of Cross Catholic Outreach. They have such projects as education in Haiti. For example, if we click on to that project, we can donate such amounts from the Sing for the Caribbean, or we could enter any desired amount we receive.
Okay, now quickly just getting into the restroom portion. The top left image is what you would see if you would walk into our restrooms. Again, I used color Moroccan sands that would create a very bright, vibrant and bright color. We believe that anywhere that you walk into, no matter where it is, you should always feel comfortable and definitely a sense of creativity. Okay. Our restrooms at Caribe Cafe would be ADA compliant. These stalls would be equipped with handrails and large space for easy accessibility. These stalls would be approximately 5 feet in length and 6 feet in width. And then just quickly getting to this, we would have a storage room. Half of it would be dedicated towards things such as the boiler room and electrical fuse boxes. The other half would be towards cleaning supplies, paper essentials, and other restaurant items such as extra menus and flyers. Okay, and then if you take a look here, you'll see on the top left what it would look like to enter our kitchen. So on the left side, you will see our cleaning station and cooking, followed by a refrigerator down at the end, and then a convection oven. You can see a little bit closer look in the top right images in the bottom left, and then also on the bottom right. Now on the far end of the kitchen will be kitchen storage and the refrigeration room. Obviously kitchen storage would have non-perishable items, cutlery, pots, pans, spices. Refrigeration room would have meats because we feel as though that freshness is always important. Jennifer?
So as you saw in the kitchen, there's a lot of vents and everything, so we thought of HVAC. For those of you who don't know, HVAC is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, and it's almost a necessity for any sort of building. We're going to mainly focus on ventilation today for within cafe and restaurants. So ventilation systems reduce the amount of carbon dioxide and contaminants in the air at restaurants. The production of food also can result in the production of odors, whether good or bad odors. Proper ventilation will prevent those odors from escaping to the main floors or dining rooms.
Things such as hoods, exhaust fans, makeup air systems, and fire suppression systems are very important to us. They prevent odors, contaminants, and any sort of harm to travel through the main floor and the kitchen. The inspection frequency, as described by the National Fire Protection Association, inspection must be monthly for systems serving solid fuel cooking operations. We plan to abide by these guidelines and codes. Ventilation systems also would reduce the need for cooling in kitchens, which will lower our operating costs and overall energy bills.
We then thought, as a necessity, A fire evacuation plan is a must. Fires can spread rapidly through homes as well as any other building and establishment, leaving you as little as 1 or 2 minutes to escape safely once the smoke alarm sounds. This heavily applies to restaurants. One's ability to get out of a building on fire depends on advanced warning from smoke alarms and advanced planning. Therefore, it is important to have a fire escape plan in place. A fire escape plan could end up saving lives, and it could help firefighters put out a fire more quickly and efficiently. My colleague Leah will then go into a thorough explanation of our fire evacuation plan.
So we would have these located strategically throughout the cafe setting. We have it both in bold, fire evacuation plan in English and in Spanish, because that is obviously important. If you can kind of follow near the bathrooms, which is the left box that you'll see there's a line cutting in between. That line, if you take it across the paper or across the presentation board, that cuts the restaurant in half. The top half, including women's restroom, and top half of the dining room, would go to the entrance, the main entrance or exit. And the bottom half, including men's restroom, would go to the emergency exit located near their door. And any kitchen staff or waiters, waitresses, whatever it may be that are in the kitchen at the time will use the kitchen emergency exit. We will also have Class K fire extinguishers throughout the kitchen as well.
With the fire evacuation plan in place, it is very important to have a sprinkler system and fire alarms. We would supply our kitchens with UL 300 suppression systems with the wet chemical within the pipes are able to separate the oil and air for a sufficient amount of time to allow complete cooling and suppress fires.
Throughout our main floor / dining hall, there would be wet pipe sprinkler systems. These sprinklers hold water throughout the pipes and the ceilings until heat rises and allows the sprinklers to burst.
You would also follow fire protocol when using fire alarm systems. The protocol states that there should be at least one fire alarm in each enclosed room throughout the facility. We plan to abide by this protocol as well.
Thank you all for listening to our portion of the presentation, and you're going to be handing out the menus, correct? She'll be handing out a few pieces of paper, so hold for Aristelle and Bernadette's section.
Good evening. So this will be our sample menu design. So the menu will be with traditional Latin Caribbean cuisine, but more with a modern twist.
This menu is a prototype. It is an example menu of what ours would look like. This right here just has more details. We took into consideration things such as shortages due to chain supply issues. So we are ready to change the menu at any moment and also be able to rotate our menu. In this slide, we have sopas, which are soups. We have sopa de maíz. It is a corn soup with split peas, corn, and dumplings. Sancocho dominicano, which is a fresh Caribbean beef and root stew with vegetables, and sopa de lentejas, which is a Spanish lentil soup. And here are some pictures of what those things look like.
Then we'll also be having some salads, and we'll be having a grilled shrimp salad, potato salad with carrots, eggs, mixed with mayonnaise and olive oil, and then a shrimp mango, diced tomatoes, avocado, onion, cilantro, and jalapeno tossed in a citrus blend vinaigrette. Those are the options of the salads.
We will have tapas, also known as starters. We have tostones rellenos, which is stuffed plantain cups with the option of chicken, beef, or shrimp. We also have chicharrones, which is fried pork belly with lime and a spicy green sauce, or alitas caribeñas, which are sweet and spicy honey glazed chicken wings. And we also have maraquitas con guacamoles, which are fresh plantain chips and guacamole.
Then we will have empanadas, lots and lots of empanadas. Beef empanadas, grilled chicken, spicy sausage, spicy shrimp, pork belly. We're gonna have a veggie with broccoli and queso, jalapeno and queso, a buffalo chicken, you name it, any empanada, we will make it for you.
We have sandwich in Spanish. We have the chimi dominicano, which you can have a Caribbean restaurant without that. It is a traditional Dominican burger made with specialty seasoned ground beef with cabbage, onions, and topped with our special sauce. There's also the sandwich cubano, also another specialty. It is roasted pork, ham, cheese with mustards and pickles on a
Brioche bun.
bun. And then we have sandwich envuelto de pollo, which is a chicken wrap.
And then for the main course, we'll do some ropa vieja, hope I said that correctly, lomo saltado, the picadillo cubano, arroz con pollo y chorizo, and then seasoned shrimp in a white garlic sauce served with yellow rice and black beans. It's just pictures.
We also have platos adicionales, which are side dishes. We have tostones, fried plantains, vegetales, steamed vegetables, yuca frita, there's also habichuela, two different styles, arroz, yellow or white rice, papas fritas, maduros, and ensaladas pequeñas.
And then here's the options for the desserts. Arroz con leche, which is a classic creamy rice pudding with vanilla, raisins, and topped with cinnamon. Then some flan, silky vanilla custard with creamy caramel sauce, de leche coco.
We also have bebidas. In this slide, we have some smoothies. So we have a large selection of mangoes, berries, fresas, guineos, zapotes, and lechosa. Those are all options for batidas. For the jugos naturales, we have options of limonada, naranja, chinola, tamarindo, piña, and horizoñando.
And then for our coffee, we will have just some regular coffees, espresso, Americano, Cuban coffee, cappuccino, latte, and then teas, traditional teas, and then we also will have some Mexican hot chocolate.
We will also have regular drinks. We will have our standard Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Sprite, sweet teas, waters, seltzer, Fantas. But we will also have the selection for imported drinks, such as Country Club, different flavors, and also Jaritos. So these are our vendors. We have Resol Coffee Roosters. They are a Colombian-owned coffee company. They actually have a coffee shop in Ridgewood, but they do import their own coffee.
And then also we'll be purchasing our breads from Hudson Bread. They are located in North Bergen. And then we'll also be getting most of the food from Restaurant Depot as well as Valor Metro Food.
Thayer Metro, it is an Argentinian-owned food distributor. They're here in New Jersey, and we want to get Hispanic companies also that we can contribute and have them be partners.
Okay. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre is Jocelyn. Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Jocelyn, and I will be going over the gourmet section for our groceries. So, as you guys can see here, we're going to have a plethora of drinks. For example, tenemos Cola Champán del Salvador, tenemos Jarritos de México y Country Club de República Dominicana y Rica Nectar. También no se nos puede olvidar una Malta Buena de Puerto Rico. Como aquí pueden ver también hay horchata, tenemos horchata salvadoreña y horchata mexicana. Por los que no han probado la horchata salvadoreña, yo traje un poquito de refresco que pueden probar al final. También tenemos a este lado su piña, que es una soda de piña. Tenemos matepa cubana y eso es lo que tenemos en idea por ahorita. Para el lado de gourmet chips, tenemos Zambos, tenemos palitos y tocinos de El Salvador, tenemos hojuelitas de República Dominicana, platanuras, charrilatos y duritos. So anybody that doesn't really like chips or has like a sweet tooth or something, we also have sweets for you guys. We have gansito from Mexico. Has anybody ever tried Duvalin? No? So I bring some for you guys to try today. If you guys see there that little stick, let me see if I can point to it. Right there, over there, the little stick on there. So you guys use that little stick, you pick in it, and it's a really good candy from Mexico. We also brought some Dulceria Rodriguez from Dominican Republic. We plan to incorporate Crachi and Banca de Caramelos from Dominican Republic as well. Has anyone ever tried bazooka? The bazooka gum? Anyone? Yeah? Okay. So when I was little, I used to love going to buy bazooka gums after school. So I thought I could incorporate those from Ecuador because they're really similar. Then we have pilones from Puerto Rico and tronqui as well. So at the end, I created, I'm sorry guys, I'm really nervous. So I created a little tray for you guys to try in the end, and I hope you guys enjoy. For the ad campaign, I don't know if anyone can play it for me. Okay, so this is a little ad we created for our grand opening. We plan to give free empanadas to our first 100 customers that purchase. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave you guys with Bethany to go over the portion for Instagram.
Hi, my name is Bethany, and I work on the Instagram for the cafe. Here's the Instagram, and here's a QR code for the Instagram. So location and budget for those two.
Hi, my name is Aiden. I worked on the location and the budget. So we decided to go with Ridgewood. The average income for Ridgewood is $178,958 compared to the national average of $64,994. It's roughly $112,000 difference. That's a large difference, and that contributes to the ability to have more disposable income. With that, people spend more money. Why not us? When you look at the demographics, it's 3/4 white, 15% Asian, and then the rest is a very small percentage. These groups have very little exposure to Spanish cuisine, and we're looking to contribute to their newfound love for the cuisine. In Ridgewood, during the summer, the streets are closed. There's plenty of foot traffic. You have Route 17, Route 208, Route 4, and Garden State Parkway all in close vicinity, which allows impeccable reach to our customers. And with it being not on a highway, there's plenty of parking spaces, so that won't be an issue. And also because it's in Bergen County, I know there was the blue laws, but that doesn't contribute, or that doesn't affect restaurants. It's only to other places. And then this is a breakdown of our budget. We have the occupancy costs, which breaks down to rent, insurance, things of that nature. It's about $45,000. Food costs, $691,000. Labor costs, $494,000. Inventory shrinkage and variance, that would contribute to customer complaints, which I doubt there have been many of. Employees eating. Our kitchen equipment costs, that would be a flat rate, $75,000. After the initial year, that would be very negligible, close to anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. POS system, it's an annual fee of $1,800. That's a recurring fee every year. Marketing and advertisement costs, which would be $7,904. When you add all that together, it comes to about $1.4 million in cost. I projected the revenue would be slightly higher than 1.9 million, based off of the average Panera making 2.47 million annually. And since this is a Spanish version of Panera, granted this will be brand new, so I projected about 80% will be making comparatively to our fellow Panera bread. That will give you the revenue of 1.97, and when you subtract cost from the revenue, you get $564,000.
Alright, hi everyone, my name is Andy. I did the coupons and membership loyalty card. Alright, so at our cafe, we take care of our loyal customers, and this is our version of the loyalty card. Alright, so for every dollar you spend, you earn 5 points, and basically we have like a point system. So if you earn 500 points, you get a free dessert. 1,000 points is a free appetizer. 2,000 points is a $25 gift card. 5,000 points is 50% off an entree. And then if you reach 10,000 points, you get a free appetizer, free dessert, and you can buy one, get one entree free. And then, and then also the points you spend on any of these rewards, you lose all those points, and then you just start from scratch. Alright, so these are our coupons. And then when you sign up for the loyalty card, we will send you some coupons. Coupons will be mailed to you at least once a month. And today I actually have some coupons to encourage you to try out our cafe.
I will be presenting the type music for the Caribbean. So we have bachata, we have salsa, we have merengue, musica romantica, reggae, and Tejino. We have many celebrity artists that are presented for each individual category for the music and within the Caribbean culture. Here are the list of the many music that are presented that represent the Caribbeans.
Well, since this is just a projection, we actually haven't gotten the money to be able to buy a subscription.
So we have evening music from 5 p.m. to closing. This is the kind of like the night feeling. After a long day, you can go to a restaurant with your family and have a nice meal. These are kind of music that you will listen to in the afternoon. So these are the example of what we have for different kind of music that will feel that fit with the vibe of the afternoon night crowd. We have happy hour.
Okay, so one of our themes is that we decided to go with is a happy hour vibe. What that means is that we want people to come in around 5 o'clock, have a nice place to come and just hang out with friends. Hence the vibe of this music, more upbeat music. The concept of happy hour will be BYOB, because as we all know, New Jersey, you can barely get a liquor license. So customers will be allowed to bring their own drinks. The ambiance will dim the lights, just make it more nicer. That's the right word. The music again will be upbeat from the Caribbean. The food, we will have some happy hour specials, half price on selected items on the menu. We will have late nights on Friday and Saturdays. We're open until 10 p.m. Open mic on Fridays and Saturdays, and then we will also have a charity, and all proceeds will be donated to Saints for the Caribbean.
Next is the commercial created by me. This commercial is brief and will represent why you should give us the money to invest in our cafe. So please, yep.
Flavor. Focus. Precision. Quality. Caribe Cafe. Get the best or nothing at all. Join us in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Thank you guys so much for paying attention.
Thank you. We have some refreshments of things from other countries and we'd love for you guys to try. I'm sorry, actually, do you guys have any questions? I do apologize for that.
I have a question.
Yes?
With your gourmet items, where did you find most of your purveyors? You've got a very extensive line of gourmet.
They are Metro, actually. They have a really good selection, so we'll be using them. And then also we will have some direct contacts from other places in the Caribbean. Anyone else? Yes?
Two questions. One, who voiced the commercial?
AI, I programmed it.
Got it. Okay. Second question is about the location you picked out. There's something very important about that location that none of you have mentioned.
The train station?
Bingo! You're a coffee bar. What time are you opening in the morning with the train station next to you?
Prior to work time. We're open before work. Is this on? I don't know. We're open before work and we're closing after people get back from work. So there'll be no need to lose out on the commute, the rush. What was your other question?
Any other questions? Yes?
Congratulations on the presentation.
Thank you.
And I would like to know acerca de Sing for Caribbean. Is non-profit organization you're gonna make a donation?
Yes, so pretty much Sing for the Caribbean is a nonprofit, so none of the profit goes towards our company, our soon-to-be company. It all gets donated to any sort of type of Caribbean island, like when we showed you cross-country outreach. That's pretty much focused and fixated on Haiti, so all the donations from the open mic nights and all of that goes towards.
Is there any more questions before we continue? Yes.
Hi, I do have a question. In the other group or this group, I can see in the menu, like, a lot of people right now in this country, we are like overweight. So a lot of people go with the gastric bypass. For us, I mean, I had the gastric bypass years ago. For me to go in a restaurant and spend like $10, $15 for a plate that I only eat a little bit. So you guys should implement something like a small menu, the same menu that you have, but for people that they don't have to go to the kids menu because they're they're in their kid. But the same thing, but just like for people that they just want like bite samples, that they don't have like enough.
That is actually a great suggestion, and we'll take it into consideration. We do have a section that it is small plates, side plates, so we do have salads and things like that, which but I do understand that not everyone wants to just have a salad. So yes, that is something we will take into consideration. Yes?
Well, just una sola cosa. Congratulations, porque tienen en su menú lomo saltado. I'm from Peru, so that's eso es lo que, por eso sé que va a ser a good place for your place.
Yes, we love lomo saltado.
Okay.
It is one of our dishes.
Okay.
Anyone else? Yes.
Great question. So you said you guys are like going to be sort of like a Caribbean Panera Bread. So obviously you guys are not in that fast food aspect, not at all, like Panera is, but you guys plan on opening more places in other towns and cities.
We hope so.
In the future, now you got it right now.
That is correct. Yes, we hope so. This will be our first location. As you can see, we actually put a location in Ridgewood that is for rent as of right now, which we would love to get the funds for the location. But yes, the goal is to be able to franchise as Panera Bread, something similar to Panera Bread. Anyone else? No? Okay, so we have some refreshments. Thanks to the Caribbeans. We have some empanadas and some drinks and some dulces.